So with me today, I have Josh, Nosh1 on Instagram. How you doing, Josh?
Hi guys, doing great, Ruben. How are you doing?
Good, good, man. Always good to have you here joining us. You are our most uh, returning guest. You have the record, brother.
Yeah, hopefully I can keep it up. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
happy to
dude.
be
Love
here.
having you, man. We got a lot of cool topics to go over today. So much cool stuff. We're gonna start with the bang here. This just dropped today. We've got the Loki trailer. And man, I'm gonna let you go off on this, Josh. But I'll say this: of all the trailers I've seen that Marvel put out, when I saw this, I had no idea what the hell is going on, brother. There's
Yeah,
so much.
there's a lot of stuff going on in it that I'm not familiar with, at least not from reading the storylines. But I will say it's the most exciting trailer for me that's come out of Disney Plus, and I enjoyed The Mandalorian a lot. I was really excited about um, WandaVision, and I enjoyed WandaVision, and the one that's going on right now, the Falcon and the Winter
Oh
Soldier,
yeah.
is also very, very good. But this one, I think, is going to be kind of on a whole nother level. I'm super excited. The trailer was super exciting. I can't wait to watch a video and watch somebody else pick apart all the Easter eggs for me. Um, and I'm pretty excited about Owen Wilson too. He looks like he's going to do an excellent
He did
job.
a good job, dude. That's probably one of my favorite parts of the trailer, actually. His performance. Yeah.
Yeah, the dynamic between he and the actor who plays Loki, they look just like they've got really excellent chemistry.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I did enjoy that starting scene in the trailer where the Tesseract cube where they where they're fumbling it. I thought that was hilarious, you know?
Yeah,
That was so good. And that's how he ends up with it and he picks it up and he vanishes. And that already is cool. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, I'm going to see all of these shows no matter what. But of the trailers that I've seen, this is the one that was the most all over the place for me, and I had to rewatch it because it was sometimes I watch a trailer and I get it, you know what I mean? And this one I watched it and I was like, okay, I have to see it again because I didn't catch we're here, we're there, we're here, we're there, you know what I mean? So it's
yeah.
all over. There's a lot going on.
And it
Um,
was interesting too, like the all the time travel stuff. Like
uh,
there's a scene where I think they're walking through one of the portals, and they refer to him as a variant too.
oh
So it's
yeah,
going to be interesting to
yeah,
see
uh-huh,
not only those storylines branch off in different timelines, but also to watch. I assume the same actors play different versions of themselves in different timelines.
yes.
Like it should be super cool.
Yeah, I read that Loki, the one that we have in our photo here, him as like vote for Loki, he is a variant. That one is a variant of Loki. So there's different Lokis and stuff, and yeah, it just keeps going on and on and on. Um,
That Loki that was with the Avengers isn't the Loki, that we've been watching throughout the MCU, is not the Loki that stole the Tesseract
yeah, yeah,
when the Avengers had gone. It's crazy time
yeah.
travel stuff. Yeah.
It's like some Inception shit. Yeah, crazy. So yeah, that was exciting. That was cool. That dropped today. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. And then the other big trailer news, the Black Widow trailer came out, and I got a little intel early on from an inside source that because of the timeline, there's something that happens in this movie uh, that they can't hold off to wait for the full theater release that they wanted to do like before. So this is gonna go to Disney Plus. So the way that Mulan did, everyone was pissed, like, oh, you're gonna charge us extra for Mulan, or Mulan's not part of the service. Black Widow is now gonna be on the service, so you're gonna get to see it. So for those that have Disney Plus and you don't want to go to the theaters, you don't have to. You're gonna get to see Black Widow right there. So that's actually good news. And
Take all my money.
yeah,
I will
yeah,
pay extra to Disney Plus. I don't care. After paying, $150 to go to the movies with my wife and one of my children, I will pay the extra to watch it at home.
yeah.
It's
Yeah, so
super.
this and I mean this is the this was supposed to come out so long ago. I forget what this was even slated to drop with. Um, was this supposed to come out with like Tenet and all that?
I
Christopher
assume
Nolan's.
so. Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah. I mean, shoot. This is. I was looking really forward to watching this. I still am, but
Speaking of movies, I need to watch again because I have no idea what happened in it. I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. I still need to watch Tenet actually, but I'm a fan of
Hmm.
Christopher Nolan films, so I definitely get around to that. But yeah. So for those of you that weren't aware, this is not going to drop. You don't have to be like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to see it because it's not coming to theaters or pay extra or whatever. If you have Disney Plus, you're gonna get to see it. It'll be there. So heads up, it's coming. Just like your Falcon Winter Soldier show and your WandaVision, there'll be a full-on Black Widow movie on your Disney Plus, and that's great. That's great news. That's gonna be fun to watch. I'm looking forward to that. Um, and yes, and of course, I saw the final trailer. And I loved it. You know, so Yelena Belova looks badass. You know what I mean? The movie's awesome. Black Widow's always been awesome. Um, so yeah, and also trailing from that to more movie news. Another movie that's been pushed, Ghostbusters Afterlife. So Josh, you and I, we're from like the same era, so we grew up with that Ghostbusters, the OG number one, number two, Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray. You know what I mean?
Most definitely formative in my childhood years.
Yeah. So this Ghostbusters Afterlife, there's been some progress on it. The website has been updated. If you're a Ghostbusters fan, it's a little bit of time to rejoice here because there's some good news. They're really far along in filming now. In fact, there's been a couple articles that came out where Bill Murray himself has said that he actually thinks the movie's going to be great. And usually Bill Murray doesn't really say things like that. You know what I mean? He's kind of more of a. I mean, sometimes you don't even give press to movies. They'll just come out and he's in it and he didn't even talk about it. You know what I mean? So the fact that
Yeah.
he's even voicing his opinion on this, that's pretty cool. That's good news.
Bill Murray is a celebrity who I will respect his stamp of approval, and I will and maybe that's why maybe we don't get it very often. You don't hear him doing a whole lot of press.
yeah,
So yeah, but I'm excited about this Ghostbusters. I wasn't a huge fan of the last Ghostbusters film that was
yeah, neither
made.
was I. Yeah,
It was okay. It was what it was, but this is, I think, more in line with what I want to see going way back with the franchise. Like you said, I mean, it's had all the toys and watched all the movies day one in the theaters, and grew up with the animated series and everything. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and
yeah.
that's awesome. Bill Murray's a wild man. He's out there doing his own stunts, getting beat up, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And some of the articles that came out, he talks about that. He feels like he's carrying like a kettlebell on his back, which he pretty much is, right? But he's strapped up. He's fallen on the ground over and over again, and he's been saying that any time in his career of all the movies he does, where when he feels like he's getting wrecked like that, that usually the film is pretty good. So that's really exciting to hear. Of course, we got the whole gang back, minus rest in peace, Harold Ramis, of course, you know. But it's really cool because the young girl that was cast in the movie is supposed to be like his granddaughter or
oh, that's awesome.
right, something like that, granddaughter, I believe. And so she kind of carries the legacy, and that's why they give her like the very similar glasses, and she sees the suit in the closet. So cool, dude. You know what I mean? This is kind of like
Yeah.
this is the way it's seeming. I mean, we haven't seen it, so we don't know. But the way the direction this is going, it feels like the best possible Ghostbusters film we could get, right? With the
Oh, for
fact,
sure.
yeah, like it doesn't seem like we could get anything better than this. And
And that's a great way to do it too, to honor that you have an actor who can't return, obviously, and that's a great way to pass that torch and keep the legacy going. It's super cool, especially in a time when you have deep fakes and Tupac holograms, and they could easily put this guy back on the screen.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean, digitally, and I would rather them not do that. It's much cooler to have the granddaughter or
yeah.
um, however she's related. So I'm getting a call. Hang on.
But yeah,
Okay, I'm back.
I agree, man. I agree that this is gonna be really really fun to watch. I actually don't know information. We don't know any information yet where this is gonna go. Obviously, I know they're hoping for like a theater release, but if that doesn't pan out, it's not like there's been news that this is going to HBO Max or anything like that. So I'm not sure what direction they'll go with Ghostbusters. But that would be badass if they sent it to Netflix. But
all of these studios are just rolling stuff
yeah,
as slowly as they can.
yeah,
They're hoping to get
yeah.
back in those theaters, make those big bucks.
That's what they were doing with this one. That's what they were doing with
Yeah.
this one. But just so much time has passed already. I know we talked about the whole COVID thing. I mean, how unbelievable is it that we're already like way past a year now? You know? So
yeah, and things are getting better, but I don't think we should all hurry to go back into
yeah,
the movie theater.
yeah. So yeah. I mean, I'll say this: there's a lot of good movies, right, coming out between Kong, Godzilla, and Black Widow, and Suicide Squad, and Ghostbusters Afterlife, and holy shit, what a time to be alive, right? For all these cool things to be popping out. So
yeah,
that's
and we've
exciting.
got a nice stockpile of movies sitting back, just waiting to get back out there when we all can go enjoy some Dolby surround sound.
Yeah. Next here in the news, we got so the reason we put this in here is because this is literally coming up. So I wanted to put something that all of you could jump on in early on and get some information. This is Hasbro Pulse Fan Fest. This is on April 9th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. For us, Pacific Standard Time, what is that, Josh? Are we like a 3-hour difference?
Sorry, what time did you say it was? Yeah, 3-hour difference.
11 a.m. Eastern Time. Oh, so for us, that's
about 2 o'clock here.
Yes. Okay, even better. That's good for us. So you get to sleep in a little bit.
Yep.
And this is cool. So we're not getting paid to say this. I just put this here because actually this is to everyone's advantage. So what happens is because WonderCon and San Diego Comic-Con and all these conventions, they're not going as they usually do. Hasbro has this fan fest, and it's pretty much like where you would see a lot of their exclusives for those conventions would go, and they stick them here. And they also do their own panels, their own reveals, you name it. And Hasbro, I mean, the properties that they've been building, they own the big two, right? Which is Star Wars and Marvel. They do the Star Wars Black Series, the Marvel Legends, and they just added Fortnite now, so it just got even gnarlier. We're just speaking about Ghostbusters. They have the Ghostbusters license, Power Rangers.
Transition, yeah, Ghostbusters. Power Rangers is huge right now.
Yeah. Transformers, forgot about that one. G.I. Joe, dude, it's crazy, you know?
G.I. Joe's going bananas right now, you know what I mean?
Absolutely bananas. Yeah.
You look at all their properties that they have the toy rights to. I mean, G.I. Joe's great, always has been. Power Rangers is going nuts over at Boom Studios.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, you've got a new Ghostbusters movie coming out.
Yeah.
So they've got plenty of content. I'm sure that the convention is going to be very exciting.
Yeah.
Albeit in a digital format.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this: they put their exclusives and their reveals at a certain. It's funny because if you go to their site, it tells you when they're gonna drop them. So you have that little clicker ready on your if you want to get any exclusives. Because I did this last year, and I'm not kidding you. Some stuff was sold out like in 5 to 6 minutes. So you got to be on it. But the aftermarket on these things is really high. So if you can get the most desired items, which are usually the Marvel Legends, the Star Wars Black Series. The Star Wars Black Series is probably the most desired one. I personally am a giant Marvel Legend fan, so I always go for that. But the G.I. Joe stuff is going to be hot this year because last year it popped off. It was their first time doing it. It's weird to say last year because it's already been a year, but yeah, like it's going to be cool. So don't miss it.
Did you pick up the exclusives last year? I didn't involve myself last
year.
It
was
I will definitely be checking it out this
year. They were awesome, dude. It was the Cobra Commander, like the snake with the special box. And then before that, they had that first release of the Snake Eyes with like the it was kind of like a dojo setting, and he had like a weapons rack and stuff, and like super cool, man. Yeah. And
that's awesome.
Hasbro always has like fantastic packaging for like their exclusives, you know? They always do some cool stuff. So
It's interesting too. I wonder how that works, like with Hasbro's licensing, like acquiring Fortnite. Because Fortnite, I don't play it. I'm much too old for that. But I know they have an immense license deal too. Fortnite has characters from all over the place. I think they had Alien, and
yeah.
they've got all the Marvel stuff. They've got GI Joe stuff as well. And I wonder if all those deals are kind of intertwined with each other.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting about that? Now that I think about it, there's some Fortnite characters that look like they're versions of Beachhead or Snake Eyes. You know what I mean? Like kind of like soldier looking. It's gonna be interesting how they mix match. I'm sure they're just gonna like retooling figures, huh?
Yeah.
They're gonna be like repurposing body molds and stuff.
And I have purchased some of the Hasbro Fortnite figures. For my kid, and
Yeah.
Because he's a big fan of the game, and their toys are excellent.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm more drawn to the classic ones because it's like replacing what I had when I was a kid. But
Me
their
too,
molds are on point. I mean, it's up there
Yeah.
with like McFarlane stuff these days. And Hasbro at the inception of McFarlane toys wasn't making figures that had that kind of articulation, looked that way,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're modern, and their properties are huge, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun, this
Yeah.
whole event.
Very, very cool. Spinning off from McFarlane too, as you said right now. Our pick of the week is Spawn number 319. Now you may be thinking Spawn Universe number 1. Why wouldn't we pick that? But the reason we're saying 319 is because this is going to be the sleeper hit. Some people might miss this, but we're giving you a heads up here that you shouldn't miss this, because this is what's going to basically lead you into a lot of the other Spawn Universe book. It has some inner stuff here. Let me I'm going to pop up right here so you guys could. I'm going to read up what Spawn 319 has to say here, because this is really interesting. So this is what Todd and the guys over there at Spawn have to say. This is where it all starts, folks. This month in the pages of Spawn number 319, we plant the seed that will grow into the new Spawn Universe number 1. Yes, the publishing world of Spawn is officially expanding, and this is the jumping on point for new readers, new threats, new allies, and most importantly, new titles. So that alone, that is a lot. That's a lot in there. You know what I mean?
My daily motivational quote today was what was it? Your life is not about the what is it? The harvest you reap. It's about the seeds you plant.
Yeah.
And there it is, right in the description. They're planting a seed, and I think people will sleep on this book with as many excellent releases as there are right now, especially indie titles. And I still feel kind of funny calling Image books indie books, because I mean, Image is a big deal now. But you've got books this month coming out where people might pick up a copy of Stray Dogs or something else they're reading, because they're picking up the Spawn Universe number 1s. They might put off 319, and I think that it's going to be a big deal. Plus the cover's insane, and I'm sure there's insane variants.
This cover's insane, man. This cover's insane.
The clown is looking peak male physique, like I've never seen him before.
I know, never seen him like that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he looks awesome. He's turning into the Violator. He looks better than ever.
Yeah, and I mean, number 319, such a weird number. It's going to be missed. You know what I mean? The people that miss are going to miss it and be like, ah, snap. Yeah.
Especially from a title that gives you a real run-up. If Todd knows that Spawn 100 is going to be a big deal, 97, 98, 99 are going to tell you 100's on the way on the cover, so it's very obscure, and something's going to happen, and it's going to be a key, I think, for sure.
Yeah. Curious to see what the other two covers are going to look like, right? Because there's always two other ones.
Spend that $2.99.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. For $2.99, even if it's 4 after tax, you can't afford to just skip on it. It's already cheaper. after tax, it's cheaper than what other books start at. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like
And week of release of this, you'll have Friday claim sales that are selling it to you
yeah.
for
Yeah.
$8-10,
Uh-huh.
so
Yeah, so pre-book it now. Get that
mm-hmm.
Spawn 319. Plus side for those that how Todd's kind of explaining there in the paragraph, it's a jumping on point. So if you're kind of lost, this is kind of a good place to start too. You know what I mean? And Spawn Universe is going to be a great book as well. We were speaking earlier, it was interesting for anyone who else who noticed this. Spawn Universe #1 has a J. Scott Campbell cover, but the cover B, C, and D also say J. Scott Campbell. And either Todd assigned him to do all 4 covers, or that's an error on that was put up on the Diamond previews. But maybe we got 4 covers from Campbell. You know what I mean?
My fortune cookie was right, Ruben. My stars have aligned, brother. I'm a huge Spawn fan, huge J. Scott Campbell fan.
There you do it. It came together,
I've
man.
got them all pre-ordered already. I don't even care what they look like. I know I'm going to be stoked.
This is for you, man. This is all for you, brother. Yeah,
the Todd Father's been in the lab cooking, man. He's been busy.
Yeah.
The figures that just came out are amazing. The figures he's previewing on Instagram all the time.
Oh yeah.
We've got.
He's so good about that. Yeah.
Expanding even into a bigger, universe. It's a big time for Spawn, and hopefully right around the time we do get back into theaters, like we were talking about earlier, we'll catch that Spawn film that's up.
Oh yeah.
Too, so
yeah, Jamie Foxx. Yeah. That's gonna be great. Yeah, that's gonna be.
Yeah, no, I can't wait for 319, and the next time you manage to get in a room with Todd, and hopefully get to take a stack of my books with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see what the future holds, man. Lots of great things. But yeah, don't miss out on this book. Giving you a heads up right now. You'll see Spawn Universe here on this list, trust me. But don't miss out on 319. We're giving you a heads up right now because everyone's gonna have Spawn Universe 1, as you should. But this will be the one that people are like, oh, I should have got that one, and it's like, well, yeah, So giving you the heads up here on Spawn 319. And as Josh said, I mean, look at the cover. That's awesome.
And you mentioned it earlier too. The Spawn filler issues are nuts.
Yeah.
Go back right now and try to buy, like, I don't know, Spawn.
Yeah,
95 through 120. They're not books you're gonna find in
low prints on a lot of those. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the fact that it's not number 300 or number 350 is a big enough deal for me.
Yeah. So that's gonna be the show for today, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Lots of cool stuff on the way. Josh, always great having you here, dude.
Always great to be here, man.
Yeah, great stuff coming. Don't miss on the Spawn 319. This week, all of these are available for pre-order, like on Diamond previews and stuff like that. Side note, I think a lot of these are going to be more featured, so don't miss out, because a little tidbit of news that we didn't talk about here, but Marvel is leaving Diamond. Do you know about that, Josh? Marvel's leaving Diamond.
I heard Jeff mention something about that, and I guess, DC did it, right? So.
Yeah, Marvel's going to Penguin Random House. They make all those books, so Penguin is going to take over, and that means that Image is going to take that crowning spot with Boom over at Diamond now. Isn't that crazy? So, yeah, so I expect some really cool big things from them. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. Always great to have you. Josh, thank you. Signing out here. Thank you,
Ruben.
Everybody have a great week. Hope everyone had a great Easter as well. And stay safe and read some comics, my friends, all right?
Be safe, everybody.